Alrighty, here we go. So, going live. So, let's see. Saturday, and as usual, I've been spending time sorting cards. Lots of cards, tons of cards. And so, um, let's see. We're going to continue, I guess, I'm going to continue sorting and chatting if you guys want to chat, whatever. Either way, I've got to continue sorting because that's what I do. My wife calls me the master packer, but I'm just a sorting kind of guy. If you look at my card, where I have all my cards right now, it's not very skillfully packed at all. But anyway, so let's get the show on the road. And we're off. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. So normal, what I do is I'll start grabbing these boxes of cards that I have sitting around, and as you can see, I mark them. This is going to be this. This is actually a 3,200 count box, or roughly, right? And it's going to be filled with upper deck, and then I have tops underneath here. I have one that's marked S for score, and then that helps me know that I've already sorted this box, number one, and what's in it, since I haven't made up enough labels to label everything. And these are not the final boxes. These smaller boxes are all going to be replaced with 5,000 count boxes. And I'm just waiting for word back on that because I got a guy who's supposed to get back with me and lets me know if the card box, what do you call them, the box manufacturers are shipping cards. I'll set my phone here so I can keep up with the chat in case chat ever starts, but whatever. If not, so I mean, I'm like I said, I'm going through. I'm going to be looking for errors, Hall of Fame players cards, stuff like that, and then sorting them into manufacturer tops. And my second sort then will be taking all those boxes again and making them into years, and then that's when they'll get their final permanent stickers saying what years are in the box. Now let's see how we doing with glare. Not too bad, but maybe because these are older cards, we don't get the same type of glare. I don't know, but let's continue. And all of these cards that I've been sorting, like all my original collection of cards that I've had since I was a kid, I've already boxed up, sorted by year, and they're like way over yonder in the corner. They start over there, and they just kind of go along that wall. And once you start getting into the 3,000 counters and 3,200 counters and 4,000 count boxes, then that's cards that were all added after within the last, say, 2 to 2.5 years. That's when I started buying these big lots from people. So, hey Jeff Airtime, how's it going? Cool. Yeah, I mean, I usually watch people's videos. Donald Blumdahl, whoever, they're live streaming, and I'll just walk away, and I'll just be, because my computer's about 6 feet that way, and so, but I've learned just bring over my phone and work off. Like I can now check the chat. I don't have to keep, like, for the longest time I'd see, I wouldn't even look over and think, oh crap, people are chatting and they're talking and I'm totally ignoring them. I'm still talking and doing my thing, but you know, so this way I want to be obviously more inclusive to my audience, to their needs, and their questions and comments. Okay, he snapped the crap out of that bat. Way to go, Chuck. Good job. The Bat Company loves you, I'm sure. So far, no Hall of Famers. There's a Matt Williams there. So Jeff, who do you PC, by the way? Do you have like I don't PC anyone per se. I collect what catches my eye, and of course I'm a big Yankee fan. My father named me after Mickey Mantle, so I've been a Yankee fan since the day I was born. Upper decks go here, and Donruss are all the way over here, and then grab another stack. So I grab a 5,000. Hey Hunter, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. And these boxes are mixed. Like we have cards here. These are from 98 Donruss, and then what year are these? These are 2018, I guess. Heritage. I mean, I get them. They're all hodgepodged up, and then here's some. What are these? Like, guys, to be honest with you, I don't know the new stuff at all because I hardly collected any of it. These are 2018 tops, but the box, runs the gambits of what are these 1990 Donruss in the same box. Since we're here talking, might as well. So I found a whole bunch more of these. All right, these Conolens. And if you guys checked out any of my other videos, I said I was going to see how much Conolens stuff I've got and put together as many as I can into a binder and try to see if how close I can get to completing that. Now the Conlon cards, they go like forever. Like I know I got the first like 328, but then you get into 400s, 600s. I mean, it goes up into over 1,500, 1,600 cards. I mean, the numbers just keep. They don't start over. They don't go. All right, new series. Here's number like 918. And so they just keep going. So I have a binder that I've acquired. Actually, it came in an auction lot, and so thanks for the thumbs up, guys. By the way, and so real quick. So here's the binder, guys. I mean, it's thick. It's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I had the first 300 and some. They're already here. They were in this binder when I got it, and that's what said, kind of inspired me to say, you know what, let me finish what someone else started, and maybe fell out of love with the hobby. So there's 330 that were kind of already here, and then I've been slowly filling in all these back pages, we'll call them, right, to steal someone's title to their YouTube channel. So that's that. So I will take a little time out maybe tomorrow and sort through those. But also, let's do an update on the error book. I have come across even more error cards to share with you guys. So let's sort this out real quick. There's not going to be any Hall of Famers in this stuff. Future Hall of Famers maybe. And guys, I know nothing about short prints. That's a whole nother ball game that'll have to be looked at on the next sort, I guess. once I go to breaking them down by year, yeah, they're just Nick Delmonico, I guess. I don't know. All right, so these are tops. These will go in the tops box. These are tops. They'll go in the tops box. These are tops. We'll just put them back in here for later. Let's get to the error cards. Okay, what part of Jersey you in? I'm in Williamstown. I'm in South Jersey, kind of. You knew the Burlington area. I used to go. Now we don't go there, but I used to, like, in the summertime on Sundays, hit the Columbus Flea Market up there in Columbus, New Jersey. So we've got All-Star cards. So that's kind of a focus, but that's correct. It says All-Star game performances. So that's correct. I found another Mark Whiten, but the hand's inside the border. So that's the correct version. Found another one of these Diamond Kings of Mickey Tettleton. And let's make a little room here because I got to put the binder out now. So sorry about the glare there, guys. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. I know. I just got to get better lighting. There's better lighting out here. I just haven't bought anything because I haven't set up my garage. And that's where I'll be able to do what I want to do. Be what I want to be, say what I want to say, kind of thing, And that really didn't even help. Just made it darker in here. All right. One more adjustment. Like the one good thing about, like, if you have a studio or a spot already set up, you can work on all that lighting and then never have to touch it again. So you have to do it like that. You guys can kind of see it. So you see these are backwards. That's pretty cool. So I got this one here. So let's find it. There it is. So, oh, it's not even the wrong one. Never mind. It's not even. It should be out. Brian Downing. My bad, guy. Wrong guy. I thought it was this one here. However, I found these two, and they are promotional cards. Very hard to see, but it says for promotional use only, stamped kind of across the back here. I don't know if that'll ever focus. Very hard to see. I almost missed it. Matter of fact, I didn't check that binder for any in that binder that said for promo use only. And if you guys know, I'm in the back here. I've been setting up like sample cards, promo cards, the kind of the oddballish stuff that I would look for if I was at a card show or at the flea markets, whatever. If I see a card, you know how it is. When you see something and you're like, what is that? Like, it looks kind of familiar, but it's not familiar. You know what I mean? Like, why don't I have that card? Like, I know I have that whole set. Why is that card not registering, kind of thing. So, and then we've got all the All-Star cards, which we already discussed. The one was right. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know why he was out. These are the ones I had. I don't know why that Mickey Tettleton was out. I don't know what I was thinking there. Too many cards. So I was on the right track. Now I just got to get back on track here. Oh, right here. So that matches that one. There, 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 there. And I believe I believe he is left-handed. So these would be the correct version, right? No, these would be the errors because it's right-handed. Yes, so he's batting right-handed here. He's batting left-handed there. So these I think are all errors. Again, I have to double check all that. Next, I found a whole bunch of these Smoltz cards, but they're all John Smoltz. They're all corrected errors. So that goes in the corrected error pile. And then another one of these I found. So, and that's the error card that goes with this Rickey Henderson and Lou Brock. So the corrected version, for those of you who don't know, let me flip this. For those of you who don't know, the corrected version has a date on it, like right here. Let's take the page out. So you can see the date right there, up there between their hands, May 1st, 1991. And the error would be without the date between their hands. So that was kind of, I don't know, put in some kind of, by PFM, Pure Freaking Magic. After the cards were printed or after the ink was laid down, they decided, guys, we forgot something. It looks funny, them holding that. And who knows, that might not, they may just be standing there holding the base, and all this may have been just kind of like green screened in or whatever the technology they did, airbrushed. I'm sorry, that's what I'm looking for, airbrushed. So all that could be airbrushed in. They say, guys, we forgot to put that in. We need to put that in. So apparently I've been fortunate enough, I guess, that they really printed way too many of the errors, because right now it's a 5-2, so it's like a 2.5 to 1 ratio of errors to correct. So they don't know which one has the greater odds or whatever. But that's that. Now back to sorting and answering whatever questions. Yeah, I don't know why I got that Mickey Tettleton now. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was Brian Downing. That's what I was thinking. We'll put these guys over here with the other. I did come across a couple more of these, like quite a few more of these corrected versions of Keith Comstock's with the blue letters. We're looking for the white letters, the white where it says Padres in white. So that's where we're at with that. Now back to sorting and answering whatever questions you guys have. So let's see what are any questions come up. You're in Washington Township, Jeff? Yeah, I'm in Williamstown. Cool. All right. Well, that's nice. That's cool. Did not know that. See, it truly is a small world, isn't it? All right. So I'm thinking maybe we can turn this light back on. Yeah. Well, most of the doctor's offices we go to are in Washington Township up there. So my knee surgery was done right there. Actually, the doctor's offices are right behind Kennedy. So truly is a small. My endocrinologist is right there. My wife's cardiologist is right there in that same area on that little back road there. Herfield Cross Keys Road. So cool. Well, maybe we can do something whenever this thing gets over. Maybe we can head out to Columbus and do some flea marketing. Hey, Truth, how's it going? I did not find any Dave Justices yet, but I'm kind of setting them out to the side, because I know you come here and you ask, and so I kind of been putting together like a box. I just happened to just say, well, because I kind of passed over Nomar as like a fan favorite, I know people like Nomars too. So I have to add Nomar in as a fan favorite now that I'm doing my second sort through a lot of these boxes. So let's see where the Justices. I think I showed you some of these last time. Like some of these oddball Justice cards. Like these are just, I don't know who printed these up, just sports cards. Alan King's News and Price Guide. 1992. Sports Card News. And Legend Sports Memorabilia Incorporated. So, got a little ding on that corner though. There's RBIs. I think I showed you these before. These are just some I grabbed out of this box. RBIs. Post serial one. Yeah, I think I showed you all these oddball ones before. Let's see, what are any new stuff I got? Of course there's new stuff. Not new stuff, but new stuff I didn't pick out before. Here we go. These are turned the wrong way in here. Oh, no, it's not. Why are those in there? They don't belong in there. That's Mattingly and Donnie Baseball. Oh, because I put Donnie Baseballs in there too. That's why they're in there backwards. All right, so the latest in the Justice League. This one here. This is a Donruss, whatever. Looks like a checklist card. It's a Nomar, and Chipper. Here's a Justice Donruss, the regular base card from that set. From what's that, 97? 98 Donruss. Here's one with Justice, Ron Gant, and Crime Dog. That's a Fleer. That's a Nomar. Here's a Justice foil type finish on this 98 Upper Deck. A little hard to see with the penny sleeve on it, but there it is. Pretty cool. Here's Justice in a Pacific card from 97. Justice on the Upper Deck from 2000. You've seen these probably a gazillion times. These Donruss ones. Here's the Leaf one. And I've learned you gotta flip these over because there are promos of these out there too. Donruss. Here's a bronze foiled score dugout collection from 96. That's the parallel card. More Justice. Damn lighting, damn focus. And so on. There's, there's a few. I found a whole like, I don't know, 1,000 cards of these this year, 93 tops. I haven't gone through it, and they're all the gold stamped cards, like the one in every pack type cards. Here's Justice celebrating, I don't know, home run, I guess, with some of his homies. Here's Justice, all smiles. Upper Deck, showing off his first Topps card, apparently, his debut card on the back. There's like a gold cup card, so that makes it his second year. Yeah. And then you got these Leaf. I did come across quite a few in my searches. Normally I wouldn't have even bothered with it. Justice. I mean, he was a good ball player. He was a Yankee, but Here's a Fleer Flare from '94, numbered 7 of 10 on the back. So it was a 10 card insert set. And pretty cool. Got like double decker there. And Nomars. Found this Tech Nomar. Pretty cool. Like a, some people say it's acetate. It's a foil, just a plastic cards, which are cool. Which means you can't ding up a corner. You gotta actually totally destroy a corner. And there's Justice from Fleer. All-Star card. Here's a Upper Deck Victory, Dave Justice. But so far today, no Justice. These are ones that I had pulled out. And I found some of these. I have no idea. I guess these are redemption points. Obviously, no good now. The one for your diamond point card. I don't know. Don't know how that program worked. I wasn't collecting back then, so couldn't tell you. And that's about it. Like I said, to be honest, I stayed up all night, guys. I stayed up all night, pulled an all-nighter, watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. But then in the morning, my cousin's son, who is either you can consider him, I consider him my cousin as well because there's no such thing as a second cousin. That I can either call him my nephew or my cousin, but he's already got uncles, so I'm just gonna call him my cousin as well. He does that iRacing. He's an IndyCar driver, and he had a race, like an endurance race this morning. Dark 30. So these are all tops. They go in the tops box. And so I stayed up and watched that pretty long race. And he was sharing a race with another guy. I didn't catch the beginning of the race, so I didn't get a starting position, but they ended up pulling out a second place finish. And then I fell asleep, I don't know, around 11 o'clock finally, and slept until like 5 when my wife woke me up for dinner. And his second race was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, and that was the Indy iRacing series that he's in. He drives for Wix Filters, and who else is his sponsors? But anyway, I've never met him. About the only time I get to see his mom now, my cousin, is unfortunately at funerals and stuff like that. I'm about a year or two older than his mom, but they live in Nazareth, PA, and that's where the Andretti's are basically based out of. And he started out racing at like 5 or 6 years old, and was picked up pretty quick by Andretti's, and they sponsored him, especially when he decided to turn pro. And even before that, though, they were sponsoring him. And then he moved on to Chip Ganassi Racing Team. He's 25 years old now, and he's been racing Indy cars professionally since he was about 18. Because I remember his first Indy 500, he was he couldn't go to his senior prom, because he was doing the Indy 500 race. So they kind of had a little special thing for him there, the guys on his racing team. So, hey, Kendall Brown, how's it going? 3 card collectors, what's going on? So again, you can see I got all different kinds of your cards in these boxes. I'm actually more focused. Like I'm going to look at these maybe on a second sort, because sometimes you do find some really good cards. Like I found like Bowman's in here, like some Gavin Lux, like pre-rookie cards, like prospect cards with Gavin Lux and stuff like that. So these are just going to go in the Topps box. I'm more or less focused on a little bit older stuff and pulling out, because we know like a ton of our Hall of Famers, most recent Hall of Famers, are from the 80s and stuff like that. So this is a Donruss Salvador Perez. So that goes in the Donruss box. These are Topps. It's a cool Clevenger. If you guys, I don't know if you ever follow what's his name? Bowers? Is that his name? God, I follow him and can't even think of his name right now. But he has his own media channel, and he's really good friends with Mike Clevenger, and they talk baseball stuff. And he does right now, because there's not much baseball going on. He's been analyzing like his pitching against certain, like the last video I saw was him. He said he was destroying Aaron Judge, and he goes through his pitch sequence and stuff like that, and at bats for different major leaguers that he's faced. Again, these are all fairly new. That's a pretty cool picture there of Kevin Kiermaier. Again, I couldn't tell you what year these are. I have to look on the back. So these are 2018 Topps. Again, I know you got to look at these numbers here to see if they're short prints. That's something for another day. And Josh Donaldson, so that makes those are Donruss. So that's the end of that little stack of Topps. Again, I'm kind of going through these other ones, these newer ones, fairly quick, because there are no Hall of Famers in there yet. There may be future Hall of Famers, but there are no Hall of Famers. They're all like from the 80s and 90s and earlier, obviously. I mean, I'll find autograph cards in these boxes and stuff like that, but they're like, I think the only time I actually got an autograph that was certified was a Frank Robinson, and it came in a nice big plaque, like one of these big plastic screw downs, and it had its own certificate of authenticity. And I've seen them before, so I know it's legit. Most of the time they're like TTMs, and I've taken them in and had them looked at by professional type TTM guys, and they're like, nah, it's the same pen, it's the same signature, someone's just goofing around, whatever. And they signed a whole bunch of cards and really just wrecked them. So those are Topps. They go in the Topps box. And I found some basketball, some hockey ones. I don't even know what I did with them. You might be right. Oh yeah. So here you go. Here's a good example. Like, really? Is that the real John Sally? I mean, what was he dribbling a basketball and signing his name? I mean, come on. I don't know. Or how about this? It just looks like some kid signed, Gary Grant and put number 23 on there, because it's all the same markers. You know what I mean? I mean, that's black ink. It's not even a Sharpie. It's just a real fatty. Like, what the hell? Terry Allen, really? Terry Allen, I know they taught you cursive when you went to school. And so I think just some kid was screwing around, signing stuff. Some of the other stuff that I've come across in these boxes, like I know guys like the non-baseball stuff. If there's a Michael Vick, I guess All-Star card or Pro Bowl card, whatever. Who's this guy? Maurice Jones. Jones Drew. Here's a Joe Klecko. Like Now and Then card or something like that. John Hanna. Here's a Clyde Simmons, the late Clyde Simmons. And I separate all the football, the basketball, the hockey, the baseball, and I throw them like, wait a minute now, I gotta watch it. I got some, there was even some nasty cards in here, some X-rated cards. Oh, so here's one that's autographed. Like, I don't know. Is that real? I don't know. Track and field. Jolanda Jones. I don't know. Here's a racing one of, I don't know. It says Series 5. Harry Peterson. Here's a wrestling one of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Here's Charlie's Angels. So I get a slew. Here's a wrestling one. Putting on the Squeeze. So this is the women wrestlers from, God, I don't know what year is this. 19. Need my magnifying glass for that. Probably won't show up on here at all because of the thing. Can't see it even on the camera. 1995 or 85. Hold on. Last resort. Last resort. Bingo. I have to just do it off camera. 1985. So it's 1985 wrestling card. Here's one here. The cool design about this is they stole this design with the archways and stuff, and this is probably a Topps product. Yeah, Topps. Okay, so this whole design for you guys that are like wrestling guys, I'm not sure about the wings here, but this whole archway and fancy like that, it's very similar to the 1972 Topps Football Series 3, which is the very hard, very expensive cards to buy. Mainly because back in the day when they printed them, they went crazy on Series 1. They went, you know, okay on Series 2. And then when Series 3 rolls around, the season's coming to an end. And they said, well, we need to start retooling and getting these baseball cards ready to go. So they printed fewer of the later series of cards. That's why when you hear high number cards or short prints and stuff like that, even today, it's the same kind of mentality, is that it's a high number and we just retooled and we're putting up the next product's got to get ready. So here's one with Ric Flair giving someone a nice little slam. I don't know what that move is called, but hometown Charlotte, North Carolina. The flying knee drop is his favorite hold or move, aka Nature Boy. Okay, and here's this One Man Gang, and this has got to be a newer one because some of the other guys I've heard of. And so, like, I don't know, these were like the beating. I don't. What is that? Like the beating. What is this? Oh, the Mod Squad. That's from the '60s. Yeah, right there they are. So there's Ike, Julie. God, I can't remember that guy's name. But anyway, and then these, I don't know. Sneaky Pete. I guess that's Pete Rose. I don't know who it's supposed to be. Someone for like San Francisco, maybe. I don't know. So these oddball things are in here. Something from StarQuest. Here's this guy, William B. Williams. 1130 is his uniform number. WNEW Superstars. Kicker, punter, pincher. 10 to 1 p.m. Oh, so someone had their own personal card made up, I guess, and put his time slot up here. Here's one like of the Monkeys. If you guys know who the Monkeys are. Here's one. I'm in charge now. Looks like, oh, so that's the Joker. It's a Batman card, obviously. Batman card. That's Jack Palance. Grissom's gruesome demise. And then there's these things that looks like they were ripped out of a magazine, cut out of a Sports Illustrated magazine, maybe. And then, yeah, I get all kinds of stuff. Like here's a hologram of a VS system, Super Deck Entertainment. So I don't know, some kind of like, I wouldn't say Dragons and Dungeons and Dragons, but it's some kind of card game thing. I know some of these are, and then here's some Kiss cards from the 70s, maybe 80s, late 70s. The Apprentice. I'm like, where's Donald? Where's Donald? But he's probably wasn't even on the show when these were put out. Season 4, some guy named Mark. I don't know, I never watched it. Yes, there's Beverly Hills 90210 cards. More wrestling. Oop, can't see that. That's the nasty one. Sorry, guys. Oops. You didn't see that one, did you? Here's some Sopranos, like Dwight Muhammad Quali, behind the scenes of Sopranos. Okay, truth be told, raining there. How about this? Welcome back, Cotter. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that ends up in these. What is this? Like, from Disney Frozen. It's a sticker or something. I don't know. Here's a Rambo card. I'm an official card carrying member of the Rambo fan club. Now here's a Beatles card. Third series, number 135. That's probably like the only card that's probably worth anything in these Beatle cards. Depending on what year they were printed. I know they had early Beatles. I used to have them when I was a kid. Here's some kind of Batman cards. Or what do they call them? Like the Justice. Oh, there's Justice League. 3D sticker, 5 of 12. Peel here. And I got a couple of them were here. That's upside down. There's a Superman. There's a Batman thing. And they're kind of like three-dimensional. Like you see, it just turns to the Batman logo. Superman with the Superman logo. Here's some kind of DC comic cards. Hard to see with the reflection, but that's that. Here's a playing deck card. I don't know. I get like everything. There's American Pie. I know I've bought some American Pie cards off of eBay to send out for TTMs. And I think no, okay. Ooh, I thought we were back to some of the nasty cards that were in there. Doberman Pinscher. I mean, like, these boxes come with like everything. Some, I don't know who she is. Bench warmer, it says. I have no idea if she's a cheerleader or what her job is. She just says she's a bench warmer. Football, so I'm assuming she might have been a cheerleader. Some more motorcycle stuff. And then we're getting back to the nasty ones. So I'll just say this: they were made by Hustler. So that's that. They may be worth something. I don't know. And I'm gonna have to plug my phone in too, so I can just keep up with the chat. Let me do that now before my phone goes dead. Anyway, so let's get back to sorting what we all came here for. As soon as I get my charger, there we go. Hopefully this will reach, and then I can continue keeping up with the chat and not have to keep walking back and forth a gazillion times. Oh, look at that. Perfect fit. Perfect stretch. All right. So, for those of you that are still here, what's my phone down to? Doesn't say. Let's continue on with the sort. No Mars and Justice is back, and continue. So we'll grab this little stack here. Kind of lay them out. So these are some Topps Chrome cards. Marcus Stroman. Some Optic Topps. Topps Chrome. Salvador Perez. Diamond Kings. So these are Topps in the Topps box. Those will go for Donruss in the Donruss box. Some Upper Decks. The names are so hard to read on the fronts of these. I don't know why they do that. They should make them so at least easy to read. Golly, you got to get the right reflection off the light to read the guy's name. Especially if you don't recognize the picture. Like I recognize that as Gary Sheffield. So You know, I recognize that as Brady Anderson. This guy I don't know, so I got to look him up. Oh, it's Cal Alred or whatever. Everyone knows Hideo Nomo, Brett Butler, Mondesi, um, that Smith. Yes, no, but it's a Todd Worrell card. But I think that's who's that? Lee Smith with him? Don't know. Jay Bell, unless you're a Pirates fan or a Royals fan, you wouldn't know that. King, I know him from the Pirate days. Dean Palmer, he's been around the league a lot. Buechele, he's been around. Chili Davis, Osmus, Abreu, Nin, Alou. Some of the guys I recognize just from their faces. Tony Clark, Higginson, yeah. But other ones like, who's this guy, you know? Casanova, Raul Casanova, you know. So they're upper deck. John Kruk. You know, not like a big, huge name like right here on the front, so you can just read it from across the room. Oh yeah, that's Melito Perez, yeah. Tops. Oops. I mean, these you can read, no problem. James Paxton, Chris Archer, Samardzija, Buxton. Then you got the landscape cards. Always fun when you hit them. Nomar Marza, Odorizzi. So they're all tops. They go there. The tops pile. Here's some score. All right, Todd Hundley, Eric Karros, Glasgow. Even that, you can read that. That's not bad. Marcotte, Ivan Hernandez, Jared Wright. These rookie cards of Ryan McGuire and Ben Grieve, who was projected to be a superstar and didn't work out. Here's our first Hall of Famer in a while. My first one so far since I started shooting, and that's Edgar Martinez and the Donruss. And the man is flexible. Got to give him that. Hey, Gorilla family, how's it going? Hey, Jay, Mix, how's it going, Alex? Free card still here. Basically, I'm just going through sorting some cards, picking out the Hall of Famers. There's a Glavine, Boggs, Smith. Now we hit a nice little string of Hall of Famers. There's a Cal Ripken. Here's a Dennis Eckersley on the upper deck card. Daddy Biggio. There's a nice Tony Gwynn, Mike Schmidt, Nolan Ryan, Record Breakers. John Smoltz, Harold Baines, Miguel Cabrera, who's not a Hall of Famer, but he might be someday, right? And then we go to, this is like, I guess it's not a see-through card. Jay Buhner. So that is an upper deck. There's some nice little shiny foil card of Ron Gant. This is a see-through card. There's Tim Salmon, nice foil. These are upper decks. This is a see-through. You can barely see through it, but here you go. We'll line up. Take this off. Can't really see it. You can see my face, but there you go. You can just barely see my finger through the white background. If we get away with the glare, there you go. So it's a see-through card. I'm going to hold up to the camera. There you can see my hand through it. Hi, everyone. And it still has its protective coating on top, which is nice. I don't take those off. I leave them on all the cards because it only preserves the face of the card, which nowadays is part of the grading process, which maybe it wasn't back in the day. So here's some oh god, I forget what you call these now. These are heritage cards, sorry. League leaders and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not focusing on the newer stuff so much because although there may be future Hall of Famers in here, there are none. Unless it's Mike Trout, I'm not focused on it. I'm looking for Hall of Famers and stuff like that. From the little bit older cards. Now, this is in a penny sleeve. Why is this? Oh, because it's got Jack Flaherty and Harrison Bader on it. So it's a rookie card. So that one might be worth something someday if Flaherty keeps on track the way he's going. That's 136, so it's definitely not a high number, but that still goes into the Topps box. And this is Diamond King. These are Topps products. Walt Weiss laying that all out. Jeff Conine, but that's a reprint of the 89. I don't know what year they reprinted these, 2002. Here's a score. A Fleer, Dunruss. Here's a Fleer League Leaders, Dwight Evans, sorry. Dewey. Upper Deck Ovations. This is a Gary Sheffield for Atlanta. A Palmeiro and a Kevin Brown. Those are Upper Deck cards. Here's one of them oddball cards. I have a box specifically for oddball baseball that are not either Topps Score, Fleer, Upper Deck, Donruss. Then it goes in the oddball stuff. Topps. So this is an Upper Deck, not Topps. Ryan Church. Sandy Alomar. Anyone good here? No. There's a hot rookie Steve Decker. That's a Score product. Yes, it is. Score. So we'll put that with Score. Here's another 91 rookie Steve Decker again. Score product. We'll pop these Upper Deck in the Upper Deck there where they belong. There's a whole bunch in plastic sleeve. So it's like 83 Topps. A whole slew. So I'm going to guess that we're going to hit a bunch of Hall of Famers or really good ball players here in this stack. So we got Jim Palmer's, Tony Perez, Gaylord Perry, Tim Raines. Yep, Fisks. Here's a team leaders with Jim Rice. There's two Hall of Famers on this team leader, Palmer and Murray. Well, first one, but that's not a Hall of Famer. And that's Fernando and Guerrero, Ricky Henderson, Carlton, Lee May is not, Necro, Henderson, not. Now we're hitting a bunch of knots. Very not so Hall of Fame Boa. Guidry, Bob Boone, Von Hayes, Tommy John, Viola, Welch, Wilson, Tim Wallach, Mike Scott, Steve Sachs, hey, Pete Rose, not a Hall of Famer, but definitely, and man, this is like a sleeve for a Bowman. The 89 Bowmans, it's huge. Hugely long. Jack Clark's, Spaghetti, Lazinski, Fred Lynn, a lot of Fred Lynns, finally out of Fred Lynn, Mike Moore, Greg Nettles, a Yankee, Al Oliver, and Al Oliver base card. A lot of tops in that stack. Very nice. All right, what's next? Another stack. We've got some more. It looks like more 83 tops coming up. Yep, we're picking up where we left off, I guess, with Al Oliver again. Dave Parker. On the Hall of Fame list, right? There's Quisenberry, Barfield. Tim Raines is a Hall of Famer. Raines, Fingers, Rod Carew, Now and Then, Gossage. Well, we're out of penny sleeves, so these are probably guys that someone really didn't think too much of at the time. Bob Horner, Dick Hauser, Joe Rudy. Yeah, just some basic tops commons. George Foster, Alan Ripley, blah, blah, blah. Again, guys, we're just kind of going through and picking out like Hall of Famers and fan favorites. We'll call them fan favorites. Guys that people like. And separating everything else down into manufacturer, upper deck, score, tops, Donruss, Fleer, and so on. Artisans. This looks like a Topps Gallery. Topps Gallery. So that's a Topps product. Stadium Club. Catcher Scott Hurd. Never heard of you. Topps. Oh, here's a guy, Carter. Fleer from, what's this from? 86 Fleer. Nice. Nice Carter. I know it's in the plastic, makes it a little harder to see it, but not bad condition wise. And that's why you keep them in the sleeves, guys, or whatnot. Protect them. Eventually, I want to, it's a nice Tony Gwynn. I want to sleeve up everything. Like I placed another order for 10,000 more penny sleeves and 25 more 5,000 count boxes. That's a Donruss. Goes there. Here's a George Brett score. Bo Jackson score. Hey, what do you know? The bat's not broken yet. May have been broken on the way back to the dugout if he grounds it out. Jose Canseco in a Yankee uniform. World Series from, it's a Donruss card. I guess he had one game, one at bat, and didn't do anything. Grounded out, struck out, whatever. Here's someone for kids, Miguel Cabrera. So people say he's on the track for Hall of Fame, which he is. He'll be a Hall of Famer. Who's this? The Kraken. Oh, Gary Sanchez, Yankee. Let's just put him off to the side. Scott Rowland. A lot of people like him. There's an early year. It's like a third year card. He only has 56 home runs here. But it's a nice Onyx. And that's an upper deck product, yes. Another Scott Rowland, upper deck. Here's a Fleer medal of Sammy Sosa. Chicago Cubs. Another Sammy Sosa, Fleer. That's the 63 design or 62 design. I forget. I've got some actually in these original. I got a couple of those original Fleers. Here's a Mo Vaughn and Fleer Ultra. Another Maurice. Here's a Zenith Maurice Vaughn. See the back of it. Pretty cool. Like there's no border on these cards. They're really nice. And then I got Gregory Polanco and a Topps Heritage. Yeah, Hunter, that whole big stack. These are from 1983 Topps with the little circles, the player insert photo there. These are 83 tops. Here's the backs. Sorry, I wasn't checking the chat. There we go. If it ever stay focused, that would be nice. And if I could ever figure out cameras. I'm using a webcam, so who knows. Here's the barriers. Again, we're not going to focus a whole lot on these new ones. We'll kind of skim through them. Don't know much about, like, Zach Greinke. I mean, I know the players, but Winkler, DJ LeMahieu. Yeah, good Yankee man. Chris Taylor, Justin Bour, Yan Gomes, Elvis Andrus, Addison Russell, Wilson Ramos, Cole Calhoun, right, who's been traded. There's George Springer, Mike Foltynewicz, Gene Segura, who is or was a Philly now, I'm not sure, Colton Wong. And again, I don't know so much about, like, checking out those little itty bitty numbers there to see if it's a short print or not. That's another thing for another day. Put you there with the rest of those. So now we got some Topps Chrome, Jason Giambi from 99 Topps. Oh, look at us. We got a Donruss, Tom Glavine. Donruss Preferred. Nice picture on the back, too. It only gives 1 year's worth of stats. It's 97, so it makes it a 1998, right? Or 87. I don't know. But anyway, that's too much technology for 87, so it's got to be a 97. But Hall of Famer. Who's this guy? Oh, Dustin Pedroia. Not Hall of Famer, but was a decent ball player, and he represented his team well. You got to give him props for that. You know, he got beat up at the end of his career, and that's what helped shorten it, I think. But I guess it's part of the game. Of course, if I was a Boston fan and a Pedroia fan, I'd be upset that someone may have cheap shotted my guy. Let's see, Panini Prism, Melky Cabrera, Wei Yin Chen, Yan Gomes, Kenny Vargas. So these are Prism. That makes them like a Donruss product. Porcello. This is Topps. Melky Cabrera. Here's Charles Johnson was a big deal when he first came up. And now he's not. But that's an Upper Deck product. Here's a Wade Boggs. And it's a reprint. So I guess it's a, I don't know, a heritage product. Doesn't say anything on the front. It's like a 57 Topps. So he's a Hall of Famer, so he goes in the Hall of Fame pile. Here's a Fleer Tom Glavine from 95. You got a Frank Thomas Fleer from 96. Pretty nice, big hurt. There's absolutely no shininess to these. This is flat matte as you can get. Feel that? Hear that, I should say. Ricky Henderson, this is a score. He's stealing a base, of course. Third base, looks like. Or he's diving back in the first because I see someone standing way over there. That could be the shortstop. So maybe he got too big of a lead and he had to get back on a fly out. That's the only explanation for the dirt there, that's first base. Here's a Barry Larkin score product and an Ivan Rodriguez wearing all his tools of ignorance. Upper Deck vintage. But he is a Hall of Famer. I need to get a drink real quick. Luckily for me, I come prepared. I just gotta pop the top. Boy. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. All right. Back to sorting and answering questions. Hey, hobbyist, 96 Fleer are the cheap thin cards. Yeah. But is it 96 Fleer, the isn't that the, is it 96 or 97? The one that has the hold on, Boston guy. Boss guy from Boston. Help me out. First baseman. Big Poppy. Has Big Poppy's rookie, right? That's what makes that whole set so expensive. If you go to buy them, you know, the prices are through the roof for a box of those. Here's some Upper Deck SP prospect cards. Gary Matthews Jr. It's like a Bowman, kind of a remake of the 50s Bowman television set, except it's not brown. It's TV from like the 70s, I guess. I don't know. Ryan Christensen, Bowman, yeah. So here's a big unit. Randy Johnson, honor roll, Upper Deck. Cool. Hall of Famer. Here's Scott Ruffcorn. There's another Frank Thomas, Dunruss. Pretty cool. Frank Thomas, AL MVP award. Chilling in the dugout. At least he's not flipping near the bird this time. He's happy. He got his award. Robbie Alomar, Dunruss signatures, but there's no signatures on it, so why the heck do they call it signatures? Barry Larkin, Will Clark from the Tops. Got a Hideo Nomo, which is a score. So put those guys there. Here's another Nomo. It's an Upper Deck. Nomo Upper Deck. That's a pretty cool looking card. Lots of shine. Lots of shiny in that. Foil. Oh, it's not a Nomo. It's someone else named Daisuke Masasaka. Sorry about that. It was right on the heels of Hideo Nomo, but it's an Upper Deck product. Here's a Stadium Club Members Choice Bobby Bonilla. So Boston. We're going to go through these real quick. Looking for faces we recognize. There's a Matt Williams. Chillaxin, not giving you the bird. Showing you his two-seam fastball. There's a face we recognize. Fred McGriff. He goes in the fan favorite pile. Checklist. Oh, by the way, I was watching someone stream yesterday, and I'm like really terrible with names and all that good stuff. And someone said someone collected checklists with like Joe Carter's name on. I forget who they said it was. But I then, while I was sorting, decided, you know what? Let's see what I could find with Joe Carter's name in. So I found this one has Joe Carter's name in somewhere on here. Trust me, it's there. You can go back and maybe like eBay his name, card number, whatever from the 86, and it should be between 265 and 396. It's on there somewhere. I found this one here, and thank goodness, at least these guys, Fleer put them in alphabetical order by team. So once you get past the season, right there it is, by the way, Joe Carter. But as you can see, they put them in players alphabetically as well as the teams are alphabetically, I believe. So I found all these with Carter's name on. These are nice big print here. Let's see, where's Carter on this one? But anyway, if you know who that person is, you can kind of send them my way. Because I'll see if they already have these in their collection. I managed to find a couple. And what just triggered that was this checklist here. So, Joe Carter, quick glance. Not seeing it there. At least they're big names. Smoltz, Fisk, McGuire, Dykstra, Otto. So not on that one. Here's some Donruss Studio, leading off with Raphael. I did not take any performance enhancing drugs. Palmero goes in the Donruss pile. Tops. All right, put the tops in the tops box, and we're going to press on. I think that's Carter's Kids. He collects anything Gary. Oh, Gary Carter. I thought it was Joe Carter. Sorry, those are Joe Carters. Well, now I got to go back and check for Gary names on them. All right. Makes sense. Carter's Kids. All right, put these upper deck where they belong. All right, so we'll just put these. Well, I'll check them for Gary Carter's names. All right, Johan Santana, Kurt Suzuki, World Series champion, Kurt Suzuki. Dan Uggla. And these are about the ugliest cards ever produced. Even uglier than the yellow bordered Fleer, which I don't have any available right now. All right, so these are a Donruss product, not proud to say. This is a Ted Williams card company. I don't remember who bought them out. Might have been Upper Deck. I don't remember. We'll just throw it in the Upper Deck box for now. Devon White, Fleer. Zenith goes there. That's there. There we go. Here's San Diego Padres from what year? Oh, it's got the checklist on the back, right? No, team cards. No, it's something else. Real One autographs, Real One dual autographs. So it's not a team checklist. Well, that stinks. I was going to try to look up. I don't even know what year it is. That's the tops, though. Here's a Bowman, Ryan Christensen, Jabba Chamberlain, tops. Kind of throw back another Jabba. Langford is part of now Donruss. Fleer. Pep Roberts. Dylan Betances, who's no longer a Yankee. He went cross town to the Mets. Cole Calhoun. That's Donruss. Tops, David West. Here's a David West someone made. I don't know who makes these up. Oh, it's Pacific Card and Comic Los Angeles. But I don't think it's Pacific Cards, which are now a part of Panini, Donruss, whatever. Tops, Score. Top Stadium Club. Here's a Kenny Lofton World Series 2004 American League. It's Donruss. Javier Vasquez, Donruss. Jeff Francis tops. Sports Illustrated tops. Mathis. Here's someone's pro debut, and they're stuck together in sleeves. The sleeves are sticking. What in the world? ASA Lacey. Who's that, or what is that? Don't know who makes this product. TriStar, so that's oddball card. Jeremy Papelbon, so that's Jonathan Papelbon's brother, right? Jeremy, I guess. Papelbon's not a very common name, I'm sure. Chris Withrow, Jonathan Backnove. They're oddball cards. They go in the oddball card box. Here's a Jack Morris. Really cool looking upper deck card, though. SP. Number 92. He's a Hall of Famer. And we have a Donruss Diamond King from 87. Donruss. Dave Winfield. Pretty cool. 82 to 87. whatever that means. Oh, look, Joe Morgan, same thing. Upper Deck SP. Here's a Pudge Fisk, not the original Pudge. Here's a Tommy Glavine, looking like. See what? What'd you just call me? Look on his face. There's Edgar looking all serious at the bat, saying, "Who said a DH, designated hitter, can't make it into the Hall of Fame?" Yeah. Here's a Stadium Club, Houston Astros, Jeff Bagwell. Just gives career highlights. So that was printed after his playing day. So here's the mini leaders. Nolan Ryan from 85. Yeah, so 86. Nolan Ryan. 87, John Ross. Gene Garber. Jeff Hamilton. So that goes in the Don Ross pile. And let's see, we got some, what are these? 82 tops. Cubs, never heard of them. Expos, Terry Francona, I guess. Bryn Smith. Dick Tidrow used to be a Yankee. George Foster was a good guy, good power hitter for the Reds. Cecil Cooper was a good RBI type, batting average type guy for the Brewers. Mickey Rivers, speedy outfielder. Larry Boa, sure-handed infielder. Joe Ferguson. And we're back to some Kirby Higbee, Upper Deck, 1941 to 47. This must have been his playing days. And this little guy for the Browns, Eddie Goodell. So his claim to fame is he was Bill Veeck was the owner, right? And I think this is his story. St. Louis Browns, and I think Veeck hired him to get in a bat because he's like 3 foot tall, and the guy got a walk. Played in one game, and that's it. He got a walk. I don't read the whole story here. It's a centerpiece of publicity stunt engineered by owner Bill Veeck. The diminutive Goodell pinch hit for the Browns in the first inning of the second game of a doubleheader between St. Louis and Detroit on August 19th, 1951. Tigers hurler Bob Keane walked him on 4 straight balls. Thus, Goodell never had an official MLB at bat. And he probably paid him like $5 to do it. But that's cool. He got his own baseball card. And what's wrong with the corner here? Oh, that's stinks. Like it's got the ink all blotched up. It's not supposed to look like that. Dang it. Had a nice card and it's all boogered up. Time for another drink. Bill Veeck was quite a character back in the day. He would do a lot of stuff like that to try to get under like the league's, the other owner's skin. All right, so we've got some more Heritage. Oh, that's the end of the Heritage. Let's go to some, whoa, don't drop them. Some 85 tops, Willie Randolph. And that's that. Nobody exciting there. And now we got some more Heritage. Submerged Ugla. Cameron Maybin did a good job for the Yankees last year. Nicholas Castellanos. And goes in the Topps box. Put you away again. Getting to be a little thick. All right. Who's Asa Lacey? Who's that? Anyone know what they're asking? I don't know. I've never heard of the person or whatever they're asking. All right. So here's some Donruss cards, newer stuff from 2016. To me, it's newer stuff. Cole Hamels, Delano DeShields Jr., Yu Darvish, and that's it for those. So put them in the Donruss box. Fleer, Ultra. So they did Fleer did 2 back-to-back years. One's got like green down here, like supposedly maybe grass, and then this is dirt, like infield dirt. It's brown. I don't know. Back-to-back years, same design, kind of with the rookies. Rookies having their nice foil flag. It says rookie on them. Easy to spot. But to do 2 years back to back, and all I do is change the color at the bottom of the card. Topps Stadium Club. There's a Moises Alou. Don't know what this card is for. Extreme Core. Thomas Perez. Shane Andrews. More Topps. Brett Saberhagen. More Topps. Ellis Burks. Dan Wilson. Rob Mann. Benito Santiago. Topps checklist. We'll throw that to the side and we'll check it for Carter names. Chris Davis. There's some Diamond Kings. Colin McHugh. Tommy Henry. Score. Benito Santiago. Goes in the score pile. Back to Stadium Club for a different year. Scott Brosius. Great Yankee. Really came through while he was in New York. Did very well for the Yankees. All right, so here's some Upper Deck. Shane Costa. Very foil, shiny, foily stuff. Maglio Ordonez, Carlos Guillon. And that's it. Switching to Topps Chrome, I guess. Topps Finest. Carlos Delgado. Travis Lee. There's a Extreme Cores. Joe Carter. Troy Tulowitzki. Mookie Betts. What's he doing in here with just a bunch of common slobs? Put him in the fan favorites. Evan Longoria. Brendan Belt. Ian Kinsler. Randy Johnson tipping his cap. Maybe his last game. Who knows? Trevor Hoffman's a Hall of Famer. Miguel Cabrera. He will be in the Hall of Fame. So he goes in fan favorite pile. Doug Fister. Jay Bruce. Wade Miley. Hugo Cabrera. Andrelton Simmons. Neil Walker. Oops, don't drop. Tyler Skaggs, rest in peace, but exposed the problem with I guess opioids in MLB and around the country. People are just getting hooked on prescription drugs and stuff. It's bad news. I know when I go to the doctor, like for my last prescription, um, they always give you the. Well, I'll show you. They always give you stuff for your pain management, we'll call it. And this is oxycodone. Is what they give me all the time. And there's other stuff. And 325 milligrams is what they gave me. Take one tablet by mouth every 4 hours as needed. And there's about 30 pills in here. And as you can see, all 30 are still there, guys. I haven't taken not one because I just don't even want to take the chance. So that's a last minute thing if it ever starts bothering me. But I'm like almost out of the woods now. Probably by the end of the month, I'll be back to work. And enjoying the working life again. Boo. Hiss. But anyway, try to avoid them if you possibly can. Deal with the pain and manage it yourself without the help of outside influences. Stephen Matz, Jason Hayward in the Chrome, Prince Fielder, Sean Doolittle, Jackie Bradley Jr. And now we're shifting gears to some older tops. Nice. Always like the older stuff. So we have some 78 tops here. And look at that. There's 6 cards and only 3 different players. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. Here's a 75 tops. Looks in pretty darn good shape. Got one little ding on the bottom corner. All right. If you can see it. If the thing ever focuses. But anyway, it's got a ding on this corner right there. Just ever so slightly. The other corners are sharp as tacks. This one got a little ding too, looks like. Hard to see unless you get a good flick it in the light, and now I can see it. Oh, now I can see there's a crease right here. Small crease, you got to get it to reflect right. But still, there's no chipping on the borders. Very nice, very solid card. First Finny cards you ever got were 78s. Yeah, my first ones. I mean, I've had a lot. Like I said in previous videos, I've collected. I started seriously collecting in '72, but I was doing that before that with my older brothers. 70, 71s, and slowly just kept amassing. Older cards and obviously all the newer ones now, but it's hard to get the older ones. Smartly, at least I was snatching up Yankee cards and Mickey Mantle cards when I was younger. I would go to flea markets and you could buy a Mickey Mantle card for $10, which was a lot back then in the late '70s. But nowadays, try getting a Mantle card from the '60s and stuff. Late '60s, I should say. Still doable, but so here's a bunch of older vintage. These are from '77. This is '74. This is '73, so it's a '74 tops. These are from '76. So let's jump around a little bit. Frank Lucchesi. I know a lot of guys. There's a young kid now that plays. They call him Lucchesi, but I really think it's pronounced Lucchesi. And this guy, I did some research. The last name's spelled the same, but it's not like a father and son, or I don't know if it's grandfather and grandson though. But as far as I know, they're not related, but they have the same last name, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's a name I don't know you don't see a lot of. This is the guy. Let's check his record here. This Tom House guy is the guy who snatched up. Check the early '70s. Snatched up Hank Aaron's 715th home run ball. It landed in the bullpen, and he was the guy that snatched it up and scurried off with it to give it to Hank. The guy who got the 714th home run, the fan in the stands, um, among other things, I don't know what other things he got, but he got 714 like solid silver coins from Hank Aaron. That was kind of the advertised reward. It was all over like the news and stuff like that. Like prior, the guy who fans who get this going to be, 714 silver dollars and all this good stuff. Lucchese, yeah, I think it's Lucchese, like Lukaysee, Lucchese. But anyway, it doesn't matter as long as like the guy who being called Lucchese or whatever, if he doesn't mind, maybe that's how his side of the family pronounces it. I don't know. Baboon. So these are from '79 tops. Hey, we got some stickers. Roberto Clemente puzzle piece, and we come back kind of time warp out of the '70s and into the '90s with some Upper Deck. Lenny Dykstra. Whoops. Sticker. Eric Karros holding down the fort. So put them with the Upper Decks. Moving on. Back to tops. So here we want to be looking for that Mark Whiten card, along with Hall of Famers. Not a Hall of Famer. Been around a very long time. Oh, it's got a gum stain on the back. Look at that. That's unique. That gum stain's not quite as old as he is, though. It starts in 1970. He probably played before that. 70 through 90. Holy cow. Got a little advertisement piece. And we switch gears to 92 tops. There's a Maurice Vaughn. Kevin Brown. Cecil Fielder. Omar Vizquel. Maybe someday make it to the Hall. Don't know if he got the numbers for it. You have to check and see how many hits he's amassed. There's Big Mac. David Wells. You know why he wore number 33? To honor Babe Ruth, especially when he was with the Yankees. I guess he grew up a Yankee fan. When he was with the Yankees, obviously he couldn't get number 3, so he was happy to have number 33. Bobby Bonilla, Member's Choice. And we switch gears to 87 tops. Lenny Dykstra. Greg Swindell. That's John Javs's one of his Bad Omens for his channel. There's old Sparky. Here's the team checkers. We'll put it over there for checking later. And we have a Dave Parker All-Star card. Tony Gwynn, Steve Sachs, Tim Raines, hits leaders. Parker was way down there. Tony Gwynn had 211 hits. Steve Sachs had 210. He was right behind Tony Gwynn in hits that year. Or at least by the All-Star break. Yeah, that had to be for a year. I can't see someone getting 210 hits by All-Star break. Only I can do that in my road to the show. On beginner mode, easy mode. Yeah, I'm playing my final year on road to the show too. I'm finally gonna. I've told my. It's funny, you hear from your agent throughout your career, but he contacted me and started throwing hints that, hey, dude, you're 36 years old, and you think it's about time to hang up your spikes and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I want to do one more year. Let's do one more year. But we decided not to announce it, that we're going to keep it on the down low. So I accepted my 1 year. I had signed a 1 year, $31 million contract last year, and I had a 1 year option. I exercised my option for one more year, and that's it. I'm going to retire. But, I played the whole thing on easy mode from the age of, 18 in the game to age 36 now. And I beat every record except for the career stolen base records, because I built my guy for power. I didn't build him for speed. So my speed is always maxed out at 40. I can't get it over 40. I would love to have my guy be able to steal 130 some bases, because I think I got it all figured out. The whole stealing. It's easier to steal third base than it is to steal from first to second. But, I decided to hang it up and move on to playing it in a harder mode now. It's only MLB The Show 19, not 20. Few rookies of the 87 tops was Barry Bonds, yes. Barry Larkin, Bo Jackson, Will Clark, and Mark McGwire. I thought Clark had his rookie card was from 80, the black and white ones. I thought, let's see, did I find one? I didn't find one today. Other Clark cards. Thought the Will Clark one had one here. Yes. And this year, which would be the 86 tops. Now, let me see, because I came across some. 27 Series 2. I may have one or two. I may have opened up one or two packs. That's it. I don't have, I don't have a lot of the new stuff. I want to go out and I want to pick up some stuff, but no. 2017 probably is when I just started getting back into it, so to speak. Late in 2017, maybe. And, it just kind of spiraled out of control as far as buying these bulk lots instead of spending a ton of money on, instead of spending I don't know, this was, 10 or 12 bucks on this. Well, for that same 10 bucks, we'll say, I know it was a little bit probably more than that, because I spent $27 on 3 things that day. So when I bought a couple of weeks ago, when I went to the store, I bought this, and this. It was 27 bucks. For that same 27 bucks, I get, 20,000 plus cards in a bulk lot. And in that bulk lot, I get the whole array of cards all years. So yeah, they may have been cherry picked to a degree, but it depends on how long ago those boxes were set aside before they came to me. Like, Art told me he's got a guy that he knows, a guy that's got a basement full of cards, you know, boxes of cards, so that he's telling me I to get back to work so I can buy some more cards off him. I'm like, I don't need to go back to work to have money. That's not a real big issue with me. I mean, we all need money, obviously, but I'm on like short-term disability, so I'm getting 80% of my paycheck as it is, on top of my military pension and um, my military disability that I get from the military as well. So we'll put that over there to check for later. But I think the Will Clark was at 86 tops. There's a Greg Swindell rookie card. For those of you who have never seen the rated rookie, there it is. And what was his record? 5-2. He was a 5-2, so he was a winner. There's Benito Santiago, who when he came up had the rookie consecutive hit streak. I forget how many games that was at, but it was pretty high. And some more Roberto Clemente poster pieces. And I just moved them. Where did I put them? Up there. They'll go there. So, let's see who we have next. Oh, look, we've got my TV screen seems to be flashing. Is it flashing for you guys? You getting that flickering? What the heck is that? Maybe it's because my notifications are shooting up and I'm not taking them down. That's the only thing I can think of. All these notifications. There we go. No, still flickering. Is it flickering for you guys? Or is my stream good? I don't know. I'm looking over and I'm seeing flickering on my phone too. Anyway, so here's Eric Plunk. Woo woo. You look at it, I know why John doesn't like this guy. It looks like his doppelganger. I think that's John's alter ego twin there. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's his. I don't know why it's flashing. It's really getting me now. Lee Smith, Dave Winfield. I may have to end the stream soon. Dale Strawberry, 88 All Stars. Look at that. We got goes in the tops pile. So that's Dunross. There's tops. Here's Dunross. What do I have over here? Dunross as well. All right, put them there. Jim Rice, Tim Raines, another Strawberry. Go there. That goes there. Here's Pete Rose. Player manager Pete Rose. Cool. 87. Doc Gooden. There's a Keith Hernandez, followed up by George Brett, Rich Gossage. Got Kirby Puckett. He's got some sweat pouring off of him in the batting cage here. There's a nice Cal Ripken. Centering looks pretty good on that. A little bit off, I guess, here. Left to right, maybe top to bottom, but not bad. How about a Jeff Bagwell, Stadium Club. Members Choice, Barry Larkins, Stadium Club Fisk, Stadium Club Trammell. Here's an Upper Deck Fisk at first base. Cool. There's a Joe Carter. Here's a Dennis Eckersley. Oh, and look, someone put a game piece in a penny sleeve. Isn't that nice of them? They penny sleeved it. Whatever. It's the first generation. I can hold it up to the light and see through there, and I can pick out the winners. But that's a Topps, I guess. Here's a Diamond Kings Andre Dawson. And some regular 88 Donruss. Cecil Fielder. Harold Reynolds. And stickers. That's a Fleer sticker, though. Goes with the Fleer card. Okay. Donruss. How long have we been streaming for? 46 minutes. I don't know. Hour and 46, I should say. All right, I want to finish up this box, so we're going to have to hustle here. We got some Fleers from 90. Fleer Ultra, 91. I think I told you guys in another video. I opened up like 2.5 boxes of this and still didn't complete the set. It's like a 400 card set. Didn't complete it. There's like a 10 gold card insert set. Didn't complete it. Like 2.5 boxes in. So here's a sticker that goes with those, I think. Here's Fleer stickers. And another sticker that maybe goes with them. Baltimore. And these stickers are from 88 Fleer stickers. Some Leaf. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Some kind of header card. Harmon Killebrew. Yep, Harmon Killebrew puzzle piece. Got a Henry Rodriguez gold leaf insert. Another Killebrew puzzle piece. Here's a Justice. We have Justice. It's a landscape card. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's just a piece of fuzz. Very nice. And they have it penny sleeved. Even better. So here's an Edgar. And another Justice. What's his bat say? Maybe it says Justice 23 on it. Can't see it. But I think it says Justice 23 on the bottom. So Justice actually goes in the Justice box since I set one up. Here's a Sammy Sosa and a Lee Smith and Eddie Murray. And speaking about the Fleer Ultra gold card insert, there's Ricky Henderson, number 5 of 10. Here's an Ozzie Smith going all out. And then a Fleer sticker of Dale Murphy, fan favorite. And let's see, stickers, puzzle pieces go there. All right, let's hit these. Are these 90 Donruss? Let's do some 90 Donruss. Get rid of these tops. Go in the tops box. All right, Fleer can go in the Fleer box. Score goes in the score box. Donruss to Donruss. All right, those are fan favorites. We'll let some vintage. We'll let the vintage eye candy sit out here. That way you guys can see them sitting there. That's what we came across so far. That's the vintage. Pretty nice. So we got a Yaz. I don't know if that's the puzzle piece, I guess, what it's supposed to look like. All right, let's get through these real quick. Curt Schilling, maybe a Hall of Famer one day. Again, we're looking for error cards. There's a lot in this set. Hall of Famers and fan favorites. And for like every one of those cards we find, there's probably 25 commons. Of course, some of these guys weren't commons back in the days, like the Bernie Williams. What's this, his rookie card? Yeah. No Major League record, Bernie Williams rookie card. So that's a nice one. But Fernando Valenzuela was established, so he was like a household name. People really like Fernando Mania, all that good stuff. I know he came up early in the 80s, but I mean, he had some staying power. Yeah, it's puzzle. Sorry if that flickering. There's Fernando. We're in them big, big glasses. Oops. Here's Mark Grace, our first kind of fan favorite card of this 90 Donruss. Yeah, Yastrzemski puzzle piece. A lot. Flickering is getting to be a little bit too much. I'm just gonna probably end the stream here, guys. It's getting to be a little bit too much. I got these big stack of 85 Donruss though. A lot of 85s. We'll go through some of them for you real quick because I know this is not something you guys get to see every day. 85 Darryl Strawberries. And then we hit a bunch of commons. Kurt Bevacqua. The photography is not that good. Like everyone's face is pink. Well, he's not. He's not pink. He's pale. There's a little pink. Got some skin tone there, but geez, we had enough of him. I said someone kind of put him in some kind of order. There's Sid Fernandez. Rex Hudler. Never seen that card before. There's John Watson. Look at that. You know, I don't even have many of these cards, so to get some of them like that's pretty cool. To get this many is great for the PC for putting sets together. Larry Bowa, Gary Templeton, Ken Griffey Sr., Bobby Brown, oh, Ken Sr., Vic Mata. So they're not all in order. I mean, I can see it past some of these guys are they're being repeated in here now. There's Davy Lopes. I have no idea what error cards can be in these 85 Donruss at all. I'm going to have to look that up and see if there's any in here. There, chances are there are. There almost has to be. During the 80s, they made so many mistakes. You know, the early years of these companies putting out their product. Now, I didn't come across a Schmidt on any of those 85s. Trust me, I would have known. The only so far the only really good cards were like in the beginning here. Kevin McReynolds, Bob Boone, and 2 Darryl Strawberries. The rest were kind of like commons. I mean, obviously, Davy Lopes had a good career. Ken Griffey Sr. had a good career. And there are other guys, but for the most part, no Hall of Famers yet that I have seen. They're kind of cut. Ron Guidry, Mike Easler, Dusty Baker, Dale Berra, Yogi's Kid, Frank Viola. I mean, so there were some nice Rick Sutcliffe. Some guys had decent careers. Tommy John, Steve Sachs, but not Hall of Famers. Billy Buckner. Some had some infamous careers as well. All right, so what I pay is like $1 for 1,000 cards. You can get that, so you can get like a 5,000 count box for $5. And if anyone tells you, unless they can prove to you there's a ton of like they haven't been cherry picked or anything like that, I always go in assuming that everything I bought was cherry picked. Like all the very best cards are gone. You're not going to find, you know, a Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card. You're not going to find a Ty Cobb card, you know, rookie card in there or a Babe Ruth card. You're not going to find those kind of cards mostly. You're You are going to find maybe some Hall of Famers though, but chances are you're not going to get. So basically, you know, um, $5 for a 5,000 count box, or if they say they have, you know, 100,000 cards, then that's like $100. You might throw them a couple bucks more, but I won't go much more over. The last lot I bought was 32,000, roughly 32,000 loose cards. But all those boxes, there was 2 rack pack boxes of 89 Bowman. There was 3 rack pack boxes of 90 Bowman. There was 3 complete sets of 89 Bowman factory sealed, and there was 2 complete sets of 91 Upper Deck. 1990 Upper Deck factory sealed. So I got all those factory sealed boxes along with 30 some thousand cards, and he wanted 150 for it. I've been buying off of him for the last year plus. So to maintain a good relationship, I just paid him what he wanted. Plus, the guy I deal with, he put me in contact with people so I can get 5,000 count boxes, 25 stacks of 25. Normally cost you like $90 on or up, $90 or up on eBay or Amazon, and then it costs you another $40 to $50 to ship it. So I can get 25 of them through his contact, who will deliver it to my door for $80 for 25 of them. Penny sleeves, anything I want, I can get from this guy at, without having to pay shipping. He'll deliver that stuff to my door. So I'm saving on shipping alone. So that the last purchase off of this guy, and I already contacted him a couple days ago and told him I needed another bundle of 5,000 count boxes and another 10,000 penny sleeves. I saved on shipping alone, shipping and a little bit of price, $125 if I were to buy it online. Yep, yeah, that's a good roll, $1 per 1,000. Keep in mind though that you've heard it from the Jabs and everyone else, and it's true. The cost of this older junk wax stuff is starting to go up. Like I checked online for a box of rack packs, right? 89, right? On average, $35. $25, then you got to pay 12 or 15 bucks for shipping. So you can get it for 35, shipping included, whatever. That's 89. That's like the worst, the most hated Bowman set probably ever made. But it's got the Griffey Jr. in it. That's why I jumped on it. And that's why they can request so much, because everyone knows that's where the Griffey Jr. is. So far, like out of this box, and I'm almost done with it, but I'm going to end this video because we're over the 2-hour point. I only found these vintage cards. So, and they're not like super old vintage, but they're nice. Cards from the 70s, early to mid to late 70s. I think 78 in here from 73 on up. Yeah, 73 on up. So not bad. And I'll just leave you guys with that. And sometimes you get stuff like this, and this may be just something you need to. Some of these may be something you need just to complete that set. What did I find the other day going through a box? I said it. Where did I put it? I found another 79. 79 Ozzie Smith somewhere. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Dang it. It's in a top loader. Oh well. I don't know where I put it. Looking. Darn. Oh well. I found another one. So now, and I haven't even been able to dig out my original cards from from my original PC. They're just buried in the back there. Um, to see how many I had originally. I may have had, a handful um, when I was collecting back in the day. Um, but now I can probably put together 3 complete sets of 79 tops with that addition. And I can't find where I put it. It's in one of these tops boxes, I think. But anyway, guys, I'm just gonna end the stream here. Um, my wife last night messed up her toenail, practically ripped it off her pinky, and she's on blood thinner, so she was bleeding pretty good. Um, and I had to doctor her up late last night, and then and my thing is flashing. I don't know why it's flashing my screen. It's getting. It started that the other day. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if something's trying to run in the background. What's going on? I don't have anything going except my OBS. I'll turn that off. But I'm thinking it's just my notifications are popping up or something. It's causing my screen to thing. I got I went in. I turned on like everybody's notifications that I'm subscribed to, and now I think it's causing me issues when I'm streaming because they pop up all the time now. But anyway, yeah. So I had the doctor up, and she wants me to swap out her bandage. She wanted me to pull her whole nail off. I'm like, no, that's a doctor thing. I'm not going to do that. You need a professional to do that if you want your nail off. Because she ripped it off pretty good. It was just kind of half on, half off, and I wasn't going to be the guy that if something went wrong, she got an infection, whatever, you have to rush her to the doctors. Just let her go like this. We treated it, wrapped it, and she wants me to change out her bandage. So that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, and we're over 2 hour point anyway, guys, on this stream. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, hanging out, chatting, helping me sort. I've got tons and tons of boxes yet to go. I could probably stream 2 hours a day for 6 months and finally be done with all this stuff. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. It takes, they say, just take 2 hours for one box. Now it might take me a year because I got them stacked like 20 high. So that's almost I did one a day, 2 hours a day. That's a lot. It'd be at least a year. But I do a lot of sorting off screen. Sorry, Troy. What you see is what right there on the screen now is basically the good stuff, the meat that we found in this last box. As far as old stuff goes, I pull out all the Hall of Famers. I pull out all the fan favorites, blah blah blah, and separate them into manufacturer, meaning upper deck, score, tops, not Bowman. Bowman goes in with the tops. Donruss, Panini, all them go into one, and then I'll do, after I get all of them sorted, then I'll go back next year maybe and break them all down into years. Like don't have all those years will be in one box. These are all going to go back in a tops box for later on to be separated again. I don't have enough space to separate them by box by box. I don't even have enough boxes. I'm barely squeezing by with a half a box. Like everything's stacked out and about, and then I have to fill up a box of tops, and then I have some Donruss sitting around. I open up another box and I start emptying it out, and then I just turn that into, a box for Donruss cards or whatever. But anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. and do my patented sign off here. Um, I did the update early on in the beginning of this video for the error binder, and so you guys can go back and check the beginning if you want to see what additions I made to the error binder. You do almost the same with Fairfields. You yeah, well Fairfield you get see I don't have the luxury. There's no Fairfield. No one around here sells Fairfield that I know of, and I think I found a hot corner box once, maybe at Target. Um, but yeah, I think tomorrow I have an excuse to go out. I got to get first aid supplies for my wife's foot, and I'll hit Target, hit Walmart up for that, and see what cards they have there, kind of as an excuse. But anyway, guys, um, yeah, sorry for like you guys that are just kind of tuning in. Um, but I'm trying to shut her down here right now, and I'm terrible at shutting down. I don't want to. I don't want to be rude to everybody. I like to give everybody a recap, especially for guys that are just kind of getting here. If you want to see what additions went to the error binder that I've been putting together, that's in the very beginning of the video, and then I went into this. So, guys, without any further delay or anything like that, I just want to thank you all again for stopping by, hanging out, chatting, sharing my sort with me, and remember to be safe, be kind to everyone, each another, sub each other up. Let's help grow everybody's channels. I've noticed and I've seen other people saying how their channel seems to have stagnated during this time where people were all at home and we're all got not all that much to do, and we're watching these videos, but yet the subscriber rate or whatever is not grown. And we know there's thousands of people out there who watch it, because you look at all the big channels, the guys that do all these big breaks, the Phil's Pulls, the Jabs family, 50 some thousand going on 60,000. Phil's Pulls got I don't know how many 10,000 plus subscribers and growing daily. I understand their personalities are different. They're more high key. Phil's popular just because he was a former big leaguer, so he brings that insight to his channel. Um, um, Eric Jabs over at Jabs Family is a personality because of all his excitement that he brings to his channel. I'm not that way. I don't get all Yahoo and screamy scream. That works for him. It's not going to work for me. I'm a really low key person, and that's the way I like to keep it, is low key. But anyway, um, enough of that. Just let's help each other grow their channels. I subscribe to everyone that I can. The only thing that stops me from subscribing to people is the fact that YouTube limits you on the amount of subscriptions you can put out, based on the number of subscriptions you have. So that's my take on it. That's why I get notifications from them saying, "Oh, you've subscribed too many times within a 24-hour period, or you just can't sub because you've got too many. You don't have enough subscriptions to support your want to go subscribe to other people." Whatever. I don't think they should put a limitation on us that way. I mean, let's just grow each other's channels. Whatever. That's them. Maybe there needs to be another format. And again, I'm sorry about this the thing flashing. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a connection thing. Hold on, let me check my wires. No, it's not my wire. My wire is fully plugged in. So I don't know what it is. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so now. I would appreciate that. And this is Boomslang saying, oh, don't forget to click that notification bell. It's Boomslang saying, peace, everybody. We'll see you guys on the next one. Good night. All right, let's do this. Come on. See, my notifications keep popping up. And I think that's part of the issue. But now I can't even shut it down. because all my notifications are coming in. Stop. All right, we're going to hit that, end the stream, and I'm going to go over to The Past is Alive and see what's going on over there.